Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Browns Latest. I'm Dave Grinjinski, but you could call me Grizzer. This is the place where you can stop in, get caught up on some of the latest news, the headlines, the tidbits, the talk, anything revolving around our favorite team, the Cleveland Browns. You can pop in and get caught up on, and then free of charge, we'll throw in our takes, our opinions, yours too, along the way. Thank you to everybody who is subscribed to the channel already. We are like, to 15,000. We went up again. We're that close. Once we get to 15,000, we will swap out the quarter zip for just one show. I know what I'm wearing. I just can't wait to show it to you guys. All we got to do is get to 15,000 subscribers and we'll swap it out. Thank you also to everyone who has liked our previous episodes. Hopefully you'll smash the like button on this one as well. Really appreciate it. That's what the kids always tell me to tell you. Say, smash the like button. You got to say smash the like button. I'm like, okay, I'll say smash the like button. So I say smash the like button. And also thank you to everybody. Get your comments down there in the viewer comments section. And we've got a vast array of comments again today, not only from the YouTube channel, but also Apple Podcasts and Spotify, the Facebook page, Brown's latest Facebook page, and on X. X is starting to get, it's starting to get fun over there on X. Grizzer21, Grizzer, and the number 21. Then you can also see some of the other things that I'm involved with. Ohio Sports Network and the Spectrum stuff and all a lot of stuff will land over there. And then on TikTok as well, Grizzer21, same handle. Now, on to today's show. It is the day after the death of the Pro Bowl. That was a long time coming. Now, on the day after the death of the Pro Bowl, we will talk about who is fighting for their NFL life when it comes to the Browns roster. They're on the bubble. And then we got to talk about the bomb that RG3 dropped. We're going from bubbles to bombs. And we'll go over what you should watch for during that preseason game against New England. I mean, it seems kind of like, but there are some things to watch for. Plus, we'll make some bold predictions and in the viewer comments what the Browns should do if they really believe in Watson. Oh, gonna find out what that's all about. There's always that zinger at the end. Also, stick around if you want to see, there's a Throwback Thursday. You're going to get to see Grizzer back in the day. Stick around for that, too. Now, first things first. I thought that the death of the Pro Bowl was going to be like the big NFL story of the day. Then I thought, okay, this whole thing about if you drop tackle or hip your horse collar or you launch or you hit a defenseless player, blindside block, that's all going to get you suspended now. I thought that's kind of a big deal too. But then RG3 jumped on X. And he was like, hold my beer. I got the big story of the day for you. RG3, former Browns quarterback, of course, former Commandos quarterback as well. He's still, I mean, he was doing ABC college football. I liked him on it. I don't think he's doing it anymore, but he's been doing some stuff, but he's got sources. RG3 says, I got sources. And the sources tell me Deshaun Watson was not Todd Monken's pick. Not Todd Monken's choice as the starter. And many in the building thought Shedeur Sanders was the right move for the team on and off the field after Watson attacked the fans. Browns want Deshaun to play for his pay. The fans deserve better. You dropped a bomb on me, RG. Got to change the name of that song. You dropped a bomb on me, RG3. Throw that in. But, yeah, RG3, man. He's saying that his sources say it's Shedeur. That's the other thing that we haven't really touched on that absolutely has to be considered. Where is the locker room on all of this too, man? And that's why Todd Monken was he was put in such a predicament after Watson went nuts after the game. Like, Monken was there. Like, everything was rolling right to, everybody would have been like, yeah, of course, we've known you were going to name Watson the quarterback until Watson popped off. When he popped off, it changed everything. And so the thing is this, if you're a player, and I've talked about this before, why wouldn't you want Shedeur Sanders as your quarterback if you're a player on the Browns? The attention he brings to the team, the extra eyes, the television ratings you'll get, all of that could lead to more endorsements for you, leads to more exposure for you, gets you more exposure around the league in case maybe you're in a contract year and now all of a sudden, you become a national game, or your highlights, these highlights are being played all over the place. You're a wide receiver or a running back or something, there are lots of reasons for players to want Shedeur Sanders to be the quarterback. Plus, he showed me, it doesn't look like Watson's any better. And in many ways, Shedeur looks better. So it has to, I don't know what it is, but if you're a player, there's no doubt that you would want Shedeur Sanders. Plus, you don't have the off-field baggage. Now, you're going to go out there and you're going to hear the boos too. And you're going to look in his eyes in the huddle and watch him come unglued. And everybody knows it's going to happen. And so why wouldn't you want, if you're a player, man, you absolutely would want Shedeur Sanders to be your quarterback. And I'm sure RG3, man, he's still connected. He's still dialed into the league and knows a lot of people in the league and a lot of players. These players know they text and talk. That just because they're out of the league doesn't mean you still don't talk to your boys. So RG3, man, saying Watson, not Todd Monken's pick. So that's the other thing you could say, like, okay, well, Monken's being forced to do this, so it's not Monken's fault. If that makes you feel better about Todd, it makes me feel a little better. The problem is now I have to root. I don't want to root against the Browns. I don't want to root for the Browns to fail. I want Watson to fail. 2 games, but I want to win those games. That's the problem. I would even say this, if they went out there and won those games 9-6, the offense did, that would be perfect scenario. Win both these games 3-0 or 6-3, and let the defense win those games. The offense does nothing. Watson is out. Shedeur is in game 3, home opener, and let's roll. Let's do it that way. I would be fine with that. Whatever it takes for the Browns to win and Watson to be out is what we want. That's it. That's what everybody wants, because nobody wants to see Watson anymore. The only way he's going to win people over, 25 for 25, 325, 3 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, both games, twice. That's how he's going to have to do it. That's it. Now, let's talk about this. You talk about performance. Marsmen will help your testosterone. It's a testosterone support supplement. And my performance, as I get older, you know how it goes when you get older. It's not easy, man. Trying to keep it all together. And so, look, let me show you this. This is Grizzer back in the day. Look at this. Back in the day. Now, we did have color pictures back then. So everybody who likes to crack, every time when I show people, did they not? They only have black and white pictures back then? No, we had color pictures. Just this one is in black and white. Might have been a yearbook picture or something. But there it is, young Grizzer on a Throwback Thursday for you. That's when the testosterone levels were peaking, baby, back then. Not so much anymore. That's why you need Marsman now. That's why I need it. I've been taking it now. We're into week 2. Here's the canister that it comes in. A little sticker there. We'll put that off to the side. But Marsman, there it is. Marsman. Has Tungcat Ali, vitamin D, taurine, all kinds of stuff. Vitamin K, zinc, and all this does, it is a testosterone support supplement. And what's great is, you have less cravings and you'll feel, I definitely feel like it's working as a fat burner. And, I can, because, things just start to gather as you get old. I always say I'm melting. That's what I tell the kids. I'm like, well, before I melted, I used to look like that. I used to hear it. Before I melted, I looked like this. but now I've melted. So, and so, like you go to the beach now and stuff, and it's like, you're wearing swim shirts and things. It's whatever, But I do feel that's the one thing I feel right now. I feel like it is working as a fat burner, and I was looking for it. Now, the beauty is this 90-day money back guarantee. Try it for 90 days. If it doesn't work for you, I'm already into week 2, and I feel a difference. Try it out. If it doesn't work for you, send it back, get your money back. But how about this? When you order, make sure you mention Brown's latest podcast. Go to mengotomars.com. You'll get 50% off for life, plus free shipping and 3 gifts. And so go to mengotomars.com. Get yourself some Mars Men. I think it smells like coffee too. So it tastes, if you like coffee, if you're into that, or chocolate. It's like a mix of chocolate and coffee. I've asked other people too, and they agree with me. So, but that's what you want to do. Go to mengotomars.com, get your 50% off, get your 3 free gifts. When you check out, please, after the purchase, they'll ask you, how did you hear about Mars Men? Please tell them Brown's latest podcast, Fan Arch. Brown's latest podcast. And then that'll support our little show. I really appreciate it. I appreciate Mars Men supporting. And look, they got me to bust out old school Grizzer pictures. So, I mean, I must believe in the product, right? If I'm busting out old pictures of me. I need the hair replacement pill now. That's what I need. Oy, remember that hair. One more time. There you go. Look at that. Wow. That's what everybody says. Wow, you had hair. That's what everybody always says. I mean, yeah, usually when you're young, you have hair. Sure, why not? But all my, it runs in the family. What are you going to do? Family history. All right, now that you're done watching that, let's talk about what to watch for with this preseason game with New England. There's a few things. I mean, I know this game seems like it's kind of a throwaway now. I was all excited to see the starters play, but then Watson blew that whole thing up. So it'll be a roster battle game is what it's going to be. And so a lot of guys on the bubble. We'll get into the specifics in just a minute about the bubble, but obviously Dillon Gabriel and Taylon Green, somebody's going to be the third quarterback. It's going to be Green. It's going to be a matter of how well Gabriel plays and what they could get for him after the game. But, there's still some offensive line things that need to be sorted out. Running back, linebackers. We'll get into it. But, that offensive line mix, looking for those backup linemen. I think we know who the starters are at this point. And then watching for depth on defense. With the injury to Alex Wright, now Michael Coach Jr., going out. It's an opportunity for some guys to step up and do some things tonight. So, can some of these young guys lock down a roster spot tonight? I mean, they've had their opportunities through training camp, and they get one last dress rehearsal under the lights, and we'll see where it goes. But that's really what this game has turned into. That's what you're watching, just to see. But for me, the headline is Taylon Green. I cannot wait to see Taylon Green. I wish he was starting this game, because the competition is going to be a little bit better. It'll be Tuesday. By the time Green gets in there, it's going to be down to like 3s and 4s. Although it could be great for Green. I mean, he could go nuts, against those, those back end roster guys. So it'll be good. I can't wait to see Taylon Green. That's the thing. So let's talk about the bubble. I won't burst anybody's bubble, but Dillon Gabriel is on the bubble. So the other thing is this: is it going to be the Rocket or is it going to be Amani Marshall? That's the question. What kind of back does Todd Monken like? Did the Rockets show enough? But Amani Marshall catches the passes. So I think your quarterbacks are going to be Watson, Sanders, and Taylon Green. There's no way he's getting to the practice squad. If they exposed him on waivers, forget about it. Running back, tough one. We know Judkins and Sampson. Is Michael Burton, old man Michael Burton, did he do enough to hold on to his H-back/fullback spot? Sanders, another kind of power back. Amani Marshall. Tight ends, I think it's going to be Fannin, Whitehart, and Carson Ryan. Unfortunately, my dream of Joe Royer, he just hasn't been here. I mean, that's the mystery, man. That was a big mystery. Wide receiver. How about, is Malachi Corley going to hold on to his spot? Luke Floria, Cole Wilson, Gage Larvidan. I think your wide receivers are Concepcion, and in this order. Your number 1 is Concepcion, Boston, Bond, Judy is 4, Tylan Wallace gets in there, and that might be about it. Gage Larvidan has done a ton, and so has Floria, both of those guys. So hopefully one or both of them makes the roster. The other one gets to the practice squad. That's what I think. And if I had to choose, I think Larvidan would probably have the better chance of making the roster. Floria would probably go back to the practice squad. And then KT Levinson, I think he probably locked himself. He's showing his versatility, bouncing back and forth between tackle and guard now. But guys like Whippler, Zinter, I think, is done. I don't think Zinter is going to make this team. So I think your linemen are Fano, Zion Johnson, Elton Jenkins, Tev Jenkins, Titus Howard. That's your starting offensive line. Your backups will be Jones, Brailsford, Barber, KT Levinson, and Luke Whippler. I think that's who your offensive linemen are. Then on the defensive side, the defensive line. We know it's going to be Jared Verse, Malik Collins, Mason Graham, Isaiah McGuire, Derek Barnett, who we just signed, Mike Hall Jr., who's now working on the edge, Aiden Huntington, and Kalia Davis. So I think Cordray, Sidnor, and Logan Fano, Spencer's brother, are gone. Linebackers, Schlesinger Williams, EMA. That's my guy, EMA. Winston Reed, Nathaniel Watson, and Justin Jefferson, I think. I think Nathaniel Watson is not on the bubble. He went crazy the other day. So, he, with the 10 tackles the other day, he had a great game. And so I don't think Nathaniel Watson's going anywhere. And then the cornerbacks, you got Ward and Campbell, of course. Miles Harden's going to be the nickelback. Then you got Ross and Avery, who, remember, they played very well for us last year, and they're still holding on. And Michael Coach Jr., but he got hurt. We're still waiting to find out the details. But I love Michael. I told you about Michael Coach Jr. from back when they signed him. And then the safeties, Delpit and Hickman, along with Emmanuel McNeil Warren, and then Christopher Edmonds. But remember, Donovan McMillan had that great game the other day. Daniel Thomas is gone. But Donovan, he had that. So he's still in the mix. He's definitely in the mix, which brings us to some bold predictions for the preseason game. I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel when we do this every week. The next time we do bold predictions, it'll be for a real game. But here's what I'm going to say. Here's your bold predictions. 100%, there are still going to be boos throughout the stadium tonight. The second Watson walks out of the tunnel, he doesn't even have to be on the field. The second he shows himself, look out. The second Shedeur shows himself, he will be cheered. There is no doubt the fans tonight are. I heard there's people going down there wearing Predator outfits and all kinds of there is going to be a whole nother game going on in the stands tonight as what's happening on the field. And so be ready for that, man. I just feel bad because this is a prime game, so it's the national game and brother. I think that Gabriel and Taylor Green, Taylor Green for sure. I think Gabriel will get some love. I think people feel sorry for Gabriel. And I know he said what he said last year, the whole entertainer thing. But I mean, he was getting frustrated at the time too. I'm just saying, Browns fans feel sorry for Gabriel. But I think they'll get some love tonight. So I also think Taylor Green is going to show out tonight. That's what I think. I'm saying 1 passing touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown. That's what I'm saying. I think he's going to put on a show tonight. I think he'll throw for more than 150 and have at least 1 rushing touchdown. That's what I think. He'll be slinging it around the yard. I think the Browns defense will look a little bit better tonight, even with the backups. I mean, Tommy DeVito and Baron Morton are their backup quarterbacks. And so I think the defense will look a little. And that Baron Morton guy, he's the guy he had to punt the other day. And punt since high school. He punted against the Eagles and had like a 40-some yard punt, and then he went out there and led them on a game-winning drive. And so they're calling him a Swiss Army knife. I think he'll come back down to earth in this game. I wouldn't worry about it too much. I think one of our receivers, we call it every preseason game. Floria, somebody always goes nuts. Larvidan, could be Corley. Corley, man, get some tape out there. If the Browns don't want you, somebody else will. I think those guys are really going to try to put up some numbers tonight. I think the special teams will do something too tonight, whether it's a block kick, return a kick for a touchdown. Special teams has been consistently good, so much better than last year. And so let's put a little cherry on top and see what happens. And I think that this is Logan Fano's last gasp, so he better try and do something tonight. I'm going to say he will get a sack. That's what I'll say. It's not going to save his spot on a team, but he'll get a sack. So that's where we're at on that. Now, if you want to do a Kelce, you want to get into Kelce, the Browns, right now there, you can see the percentages over there. The Browns are 40. They're not even favored in this game. How is that possible? We're at home. We got Taylor Green and Dylan Gabriel at quarterback. How are we not the favorite? But $10 will get you around 22 if you're interested. I mean, they have Tommy DeVito and Baron Morton. Mr. Morton. Remember Schoolhouse Rock? Mr. Morton? Which one was he? Was it Eights? I can't remember. Mr. Morton. I got to look it up. I love the Schoolhouse Rocks. We watched them when we were little, and then I watched them all again when the boys were growing up. But with Kelce, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And the probability changes, you can buy in and out of your position. Download the Kelce app. Use the code FanArchFootball. Please, FanArchFootball. You'll get $10 when you trade 10. KALSHI. You could trade on anything. Sports, entertainment, politics, the weather. There's lots of stuff, depending on where you live. 18 and over only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements do apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Kelce products are not available in all jurisdictions. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. If you have any questions, go to Kelce.com/regulatory. So there you go. Get your trades in on the Brownies, or do the futures, man. You got the futures. I did some futures too. Now, the future of this show really relies on the viewer comments, because this is what holds it up. That's why I put them at the bottom, because this is the support system for the whole show. And we'll start with Dale Wilson, 7027, who says, a 6th-round pick compared to a 3rd-round pick. Can't wait to see who plays better. So you got Dylan Gabriel, the 3rd-round pick, Taylor Green, the 6th-round pick. I'm intrigued. I cannot wait too. I already think I know who's going to play better. I just gave you the bold prediction. I think it's going to be Taylor. So it's going to be fun. Hopefully Gabriel, we need Gabriel to play well so we can trade him. You got to root for that, if nothing else. Izzy, C2X. Green has the worst release in the NFL. Green is not accurate with his throws. Green has an opportunity to become a very good wide receiver. He needs to let go of his quarterback trim. Now, I would agree with you a few months ago. I said, as soon as he ran that 4.3, I go, that guy's got to become a wide receiver. And he, 5 seconds later, said, I am not going to be a wide receiver. I'm going to be a quarterback. But under the tutelage of Todd Monken, this is why I'm so intrigued. This is why I can't wait to see him tonight. Just in the spurts that we've seen him in, his release looks much better. It doesn't look like he's pushing the ball anymore. He's coming over the top. He looks in control, making smoother throws. So I'm very intrigued. Izzy, I was right there with you a few months ago, but now I got to see it in action. Reggie Mall, if they really believe in Watson, this is what we teased at the top, they would trade for Crosby and McCoy because we have all of the other ingredients. Yeah, if this Mike Hall on the edge thing works out, that could be huge. Because with Kalia Davis and Malik Collins and Mason Graham in the middle there, kind of plugging up the middle, if you can move him out there, those young legs, man, and he leans into this, buys into this, that could be a huge, huge find for the Browns. He could, man, could you imagine if he passes Isaiah McGuire and becomes a better edge? Maybe that's been his problem all along. Maybe he needed to be on the edge. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out, Reggie. But I don't think they believe in Watson, no matter what they do. E. Bronson Beaudrillard. I hope I said that right. E. Bronson says, and then we got Just Say Julie doubling down. Listen to this. E. Bronson says, I wish we could do a Freedom of Information Act request on the Deshaun Watson deal. Something's up. There's a conspiracy afoot. The NFL told Haslam to do the deal to prevent Deshaun from suing the Texans. Just a theory. And then Just Say Julie said, I wonder if you could do that. FOIA, Freedom of Information Act. And I hadn't thought about that angle. That's a great point. Well, I looked it up. I mean, most of the contract is public record. That's the other, like, I hear these reporters, oh, Deshaun's been so great. He's done everything that that they needed him to do with his rehab, and he's there all the time. And you know why? Because he's contractually obligated to be there. It's all in the contract. He has to be there. So for everybody who thinks that Watson is just a good soldier, no. If he wants to get his money, he will be there. That's it. It's in the contract. And I told Soda Pop Dave this. Because Soda Pop Dave kept saying, well, at least he's showing up. I go, Soda Pop, I'm like, it's in the contract. He has to be there if he wants to get his money. But NFL contracts are not typically posted in full official form by the league or teams for public download the same way some other documents are. But the financial terms, guarantees, key clauses, accounting effects are extensively reported, as we know, and are treated as public knowledge and coverage of the Browns and Watson. So all the numbers you'll get, but the specifics not so much. But I don't know about the Freedom of Information Act. Woo, that'd be a stretch. Randy Graham from Facebook. I know, I could see, I'm picking up what you're putting down, Randy. He goes, hey, bro. And he gave me the smiley face, the guy with the dark sunglasses. Because remember, somebody, who was it? Somebody from TikTok used bro. UIO. I think it was UIO. Used bro. He said, hey, bro. Come on. And I said, I like that. I feel connected. And so now Randy Graham busting out the bro on me. Hey, bro. What's up, bro? Randy Bro says, we need to handle Watson just like the Texans did. Keep him on the roster and tell him to stay home. Do not put him on the active roster ever. Cut him the most advantageous time as it relates to the salary cap. There's a plan. But he's going to play. So that's we're beyond that, Randy, unfortunately. But I think it's Houston who caused all of Watson's troubles in the first place, because Watson said, I want to be traded. And they said, oh, you want to be traded? All right, we're going to leak something out. Houston started this whole mess. Lawrence RBE 2661 says, I still think Monken has Shador's back. Shador has gotten better. Regardless, Deshaun is the starter, and I hope he does well. Yes, I only follow the Browns because of two, not because of, you don't follow the Browns' latest podcast? Lawrence, please, stay with me here. But you can't, absolutely, you can see the improvement in Shador. And that's what I mean. They're to me, they're so close. What is it? What is the underlying factor? Is RG3 right? Is it only Haslam saying Watson plays because of the contract? Gosh darn, man. If that is the case, we got our own little mini Jerry Jones over here. I'm going to do a comparison of Haslam and Jones because, Jerry builds Jerry's world. Jimmy's building Jimmy's world. That's the thing, though. You got to remember what Haslam. He's not going anywhere. He's going to probably be buried underneath that stadium. That stadium is his baby, man. He's not going anywhere. Super special -M9 Wine. This is definitely a mess. How can anyone look at these practices and say Watson played better than Shador and he would have to be horrible? Yeah, he wasn't. They're super close. And I said all along, go with the Utes if they're close. And we'll end today with Terrence Allen from Facebook. And I told him I was going to use this comment, and it's because he called out one of the well-known rage baiter hater trolls on Facebook who hides behind, and he doesn't even have a picture and only calls himself Ryan D because he won't expose himself because he just likes to get in there and he thinks he's funny. And he's not. But Terrence Allen has my back. He says, trying to explain to him, he says, Browns Latest Podcast is a good show to follow the Browns on YouTube and is interactive with the followers' comments. I like it. You should check it out. Well, Terrence Allen, I really appreciate you coming to bat for me. I fully support it. And when you come, you got to see an old school picture of Grizzer today. So thank you so much, Terrence, for doing that. Stick it up for the Browns Latest Podcast. I appreciate it. All right, enjoy the game. We'll talk about it tomorrow, and we'll see if anybody either secured their spot on the team or had their bubble bursted in the 4 quarters against New England. Can't wait to see Taylor Green. All right, go Browns. We'll see you next time.